Hey everybody, IzzyCraze365 here, and welcome back to more of Unlocking the Variants. This is Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Another variant official unlock has just dropped, and I was hoping to talk to you guys about it, show you the easiest way to get him. So as you all know, they've been doing a bunch of variant unlocks, and the most recent set of heroes that we have gotten have been the Void Guard. So we're going to jump over here, and last times around, we've gotten Dr. Medico Malpractice, we've gotten Mainstay Road Warrior, and we have gotten, finally, the Super Sentai Idealist. So we've gotten Dr. Medico Malpractice, and he's pretty awesome. We've also gotten, let's see, the Super Sentai Idealist, also very cool. And we have Road Warrior Mainstay, Volcano Man, blah, 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 can't talk. And now we have Void Guard Writhe, and he's the last one to unlock. And for those of you who don't know the story of the Southwest Sentinels, Writhe was a inventor, and he was messing around with a shadow device, the shadow projector, I believe it was, and malfunctioned, and it merged with his flesh, and he became a shadow being. And he was actually robbing a bank in the Southwest, and that's when Dr. Medico, Mainstay, and the Idealist bumped into him. And he didn't get away. They kind of shoved him into a bag, and then Le Capitan attacked. And effectively, Writhe helped out the Sentinels, and after he served his time, he joined as their fourth member. So he's not a bad guy by any stretch. He is just an inventor who has literally, had a run of really bad luck. And the Void Shard he gets, I believe, is called the Invention Shard. We can just take a look at the quick bio here. Yeah, Eugene Wilkinson. He, right here. Okay, so yeah, he gains a Invention Oblivion Shard. It was supposedly the weakest one, but it's the one that actually can modify his tech the best. And now all of his technology is at a cosmic level, which is really cool. Writhe has always been kind of a damage-dealing redirect kind of hero as far as the Southwest Sentinels were concerned. But now, he gets even more of that. So, first off, how do you unlock Cosmic Inventor Writhe? The official unlock condition is, for Cosmic Inventor Writhe, complete a game with Void Guard Writhe on the team. Void Guard Writhe must play at least one equipment card and at least one ongoing card. Whenever Void Guard Writhe has an ongoing card in his play area, he must have more equipment cards than ongoing cards in his play area. This one took the longest for people to actually nail down the actual reasoning as to how to unlock it. But it's actually a very, very simple challenge to do. So if we take a look at his cards, first off, we're just going to look at his base power. So Void Guard Writhe's base power is search your deck or trash for the Shadow Cloak, put it into play, shuffle your deck. That's it. His Shadow Cloak, where is his Shadow Cloak? There should only be one of it. The Shadow Cloak is an equipment. So right there, you're always going to have at least one equipment in play, and it reduces damage dealt to him, it increases damage dealt by him, and the first time he would be dealt damage each turn, you may discard a card if you do prevent that damage. Like, his base power digs this out of his deck, and a lot of the cards in his deck become better if you destroy this card. Now that said, if we want to get the unlock for Cosmic Inventor, we don't want to destroy it. We kind of want it to sit there until we have more equipments in play. So let's take a look at the rest of his deck real quick. So you've got a Cloak Projector, again, an equipment card. There's two of these in the deck. You've got Concealed Assault. Now notice here, both his equipment and his ongoings give him powers. There are very few static effects in his deck. But take a look. Reduce damage dealt to the target by 1 until the start of your next turn. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak. If you do, Writhe deals that target 3 infernal damage. So it's always a back and forth with it. The Shadow Cloak is expected to get destroyed constantly. That's why his base power is to get it back. Ongoing, he deals just more damage. One shot. And if you also look through his stuff, may destroy the Shadow Cloak. Another one, may destroy the Shadow Cloak, another one-shot. Ongoing, when the Shadow Cloak is destroyed, you may draw a card. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, you may draw a card. Again, based on the fact that his Shadow Cloak is going to get destroyed. That's all that is. Search your deck or trash for the Shadow Cloak and put it into play. If you search your deck, you may shuffle it. Again, he has so many ways of playing his Shadow Cloak, it's not funny. Another equipment, and then you may destroy the Shadow Cloak. Like, it's simple. Another ongoing, whenever hero target will be dealt damage, you may destroy the Shadow Cloak. You know, let's see, another one, if the Shadow Cloak is in play, select a target. Okay, this one just has a benefit if it's in play. If it's in play. Okay, but these two were one-shots, so we don't really care about them. You may destroy any number of equipment cards. Equipment, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put one at your hand, one at the bottom of your deck. And then you may play the bottom card of your deck if you do destroy this card. So again, Portable Lab, another equipment that destroys itself. Don't care about this. If the target is in play, you may play an ongoing or equipment card, search your deck or trash for the Shadow Cloak, and put it into play. It's very basic. You may move an equipment card from your trash to your hand. You may play an equipment card. I mean, he has so many ways to get his stuff out. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak. The Shadow Cloak itself, Umbra Siphon, just another equipment. And the first time he deals damage, it is just a good ongoing to have. And another one-shot, which is if the Shadow Cloak is in play, you may draw or play a card. So, ultimately, what are we trying to do in this setup? So, first things first, if we have a equipment card in hand, first thing we're doing is we're playing it, we're just going to let it sit there. And then we're going to hopefully dig out an ongoing card. So, what kind of support are we going to need? Because Writhe, you can do this by himself, but we want to accelerate it to make it the easiest unlock as humanly possible. Writhe himself, you just need to remember you don't play any ongoings until you have at least 2 equipment cards out. And if he has an equipment card in hand, he's just going to keep dropping it. Ultimately, the best strategy for this character would be, on his turn, you skip your play in power phase and you just draw 2 until you've got an equipment and an ongoing in hand. Then in one turn, play the equipment, use his base power, dig out the Shadow Cloak. Next turn, play the ongoing. Done. And then you just need to win the game. So, we're going to go with the base setup for this. Heroes that I like to go with. I'm just going to jump into a new game real quick. So what do we need? First things first, we need Void Guard Writhe. So he's at the very back end. Going to throw him in there. We're going to leave him at the end. We want to make sure he draws cards, which means, as always, we're going to pull Team Leader Tachyon into this. Now, the fact that he needs to pull out an equipment makes this a interesting character. So what we can do is we can actually pull in Skyscraper, because Skyscraper has a link card which you can put in front of any hero, and it digs out a equipment from their deck. So if we get that link, we can put it in front of Writhe, immediately get him his first equipment and be done. Also, Skyscraper is kind of a bruiser, so she will be able to, you know, hit everything and, you know, take out a lot of enemies. After these guys, we don't really need to worry about, you know, building a massive team. We can if we want to make this fight go quicker, but it's unnecessary. The villain of choice, for those of you who've watched my other streams, if you don't have a specific, you know, requirement for the hero and you just need to, you know, win a game, I always go with Ambuscade on the block, mostly because, well, I think they're 2 of the easiest. The block mostly fights itself, and Ambuscade, he doesn't really do that much damage, so like you never really have to worry about dying. Also, when searching for them, they're right there at the beginning, so it's just easy for me. Now that said, we could just do it with these 3. I want to hedge our bets a little bit more, so I am going to toss in a couple of people who can deal with the environment, just in case. Move an environment card in play to the bottom of the environment deck, or you may, or one player may play a card. So, yeah. We're going to pull out this version of Legacy. Normally I'd have Grandpa Legacy, because then he can heal everybody. This Legacy seems a little bit better. And we do want to have some damage control for Ambuscade's stuff. So we could have Amex to just dig stuff out, but again, we don't want to accidentally have Writhe play stuff before he gets everything out. So what we want to do is we can either pull another damage dealer or a healer to just negate stuff. So Tempest is a good option in this case. Alternately, we can go for, you know, straight up damage and pull out Unity. What I think I'm going to do, though, is just for the fun bits, I'm going to actually pull out the Sentinels. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea. You know what, I'll go with my gut. I'm going to go with Tempest. So what this does right here, this lineup, is Tachyon gets everybody to draw cards, Legacy takes care of the environment and provides buffing. Tempest will then, you know, deal lots of damage to everything. And then Skyscraper will finish him off and provide the much-needed support for Writhe. So, that being said, let's dive right in. Not really a hard match by any stretch. Alright, and we've seen this opener a million times because I always have Tachyon starting us off. Alright, so we've got reactive plating. That needs to go. Custom hand cannon. Not the worst thing in the world because I can choose who gets that. It's never going to be Writhe. This is always going to hit the highest HP target. Also not a big deal. Another hand cannon. Okay, rigged tripwire's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Okay, who's got the most? We're just gonna say Legacy. And then Tachyon. Don't want Writhe to have any damage on him. Alright, so this is awesome right now. First off, we're gonna force everybody to just draw cards, which is amazing for first turn. He's got Grievous Hailstorm already. We're awesome. We're off to an amazing start. Alright, let's just take a look at what everybody's got in hand. Okay, Legacy has the Legacy Ring, Superhuman Durability, and Back Fist Strike. So we're getting the Legacy Ring out immediately. Back Fist Strike we're just going to hold for Ambuscade. Tempest... Oh, he has Electrical Storm and Grievous Hailstorm. So we're going to have a kind of wasted first turn playing the Electrical Storm. That said, every turn thereafter is going to be destroying stuff. The only thing we need to watch out for in this scenario is we need to make sure that we don't hit Ambuscade when he has plating out. But let's see what we got here. Got a link. Play this next to a target. That target deals itself and one other target two irreducible psychic damage. Okay. Until two links have been... Linking Incursion is probably what we're going to play. Okay, yeah. Okay. So all good stuff right there. I may play another card, so I could deal 1 damage to... One target, 1 damage, and I may draw a card. We're not going to bother. We're just going to have Tachyon draw cards. And then she can discard a card. So, we don't need this card. Oh, I need to discard 2 cards. How about that? Research Grant. We will never use Research Grant as Tachyon. Now we're going to just have everybody draw cards. HUD Goggles are incredible. Surge of Strength is amazing. Lightning Slash. We're getting a lot of high damage cards. Play this card next to a target. Reduce the first damage dealt. Oh, I didn't even check if Writhe had any... oh, and we got Lightspeed Barrage. So we are very much prepped. We don't have a lot of... Okay. Writhe has got a lot of... He's got his ongoings, and it's one of his good ongoings. But he does not have any equipment out yet, so we need to work on that. So, that said, you may either move an environment card from play to the bottom effect, or one player may play a card. Oh, actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Bop. One player may play a card. Tempest. Play. Yoink. Because it's the start of his turn, so he's just going to have stuff going. Okay, and next evolution's out, which means I have a secondary power. That's perfect. It doesn't matter the order. Next up, we're going to drop Grievous Hailstorm, and we're going to hit everything for 2. Shielding wins. So we've got all the high damage stuff as well. That's not going to be worried about. Alright, do we have any good links? We do not, it appears. We do have a link there. So here's the thing. Tachyon... Or, I'm sorry. Skyscraper can hit... Deals each non-hero target 2 sonic damage and each hero target 0. So yeah, she can kill if we get her huge. Deals 1 target 4 melee damage. Skyscraper deals each target 1 projectile damage. Huh. Okay, we're gonna shoot and see if we get 2 link cards. And there it is, the micro assembler. Play this card next to an environment target, reduce damage dealt. Alright, well, let's start with this one. Select a target. In play. Next to Writhe. And that's going to go into hand. Alright, so now I may play up to 2 link cards. I may either put 1 link card from play or 2 link cards from your trash into your hand. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do this. So first things first, I am going to drop this and put it on. Let's see, what does this thing do? First time a target deals, this card deals that target 2 damage. So yeah, we're going to drop this on Ambuscade. And then we're going to play this. Deals target 2. So we're going to have that. Target deals itself and 1 other target. I do kind of need to have these things going on. Oh, ongoing huge. When this plays, switch her to a huge character card. Yeah, no, she's going to be wiping the board very soon. Alright, now, Writhe has got the micro assembler out. That is awesome. Destroy an ongoing environment card. If the Shadow Cloak is in play, you may draw a card. What does this do? You destroy any number of equipment cards. Writhe deals up to X target. Nope. You may draw a card. If the Shadow Cloak is in play, select a target. You may use a power. Writhe deals up to 1. We're going to do this. So this draws me a card. Next up, I may use a power, which is going to be for this, for the Shadow Cloak. And now I may use a power, which is discard a card. And now I get my pick of choice of which equipment I want. Select target, reduce damage dealt by that target by 1 until the start of your next turn. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak if you do. Cloak Projector seems pretty good. When this card enters play, move 1 card from the trash pile to the bottom of its deck. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak. If you do, cards can be played from that deck. At the start of your turn, shuffle this card. Okay, no, we're not using that. Top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 into your hand and 1 on the bottom of your deck, blah blah blah. Destroy this card. Writhe deals 1 target, 1 melee damage, and 1 infernal damage. The target dealt this way cannot regain HP until the start of your turn. dealt by that target by 1 until the start of your turn. You may destroy the Shadow Cloak. Okay, so we're going to pull out the Umbra Siphon, and we're going to put it directly into play. And we're going to build up a little bit of a backbone with a couple of... Already Environment turn. Okay, so he doesn't do anything right now. He's perfectly fine, and he's not lasting long. Oh no, he deals the hero target with the highest HP. I believe Writhe has DR. I am not going to skip. Okay, so now it's Tachyon's turn. We're going to play the goggles. We're going to play pushing the limits. And we're going to deal 1 damage to everything. Because we can. Now, everybody draws cards, because that's what we do. 2 cards. Legacy Bolt. Okay, that's going to get played. Ah, gosh, yes. Okay. Tempest is now going to be high damage, dealing to everything. You know, Ambuscade doesn't have a chance. Well... Just drawing cards. Card advantage is always key, everybody. Question is, who do I want to have play a card? Let's see. Tempest, what does this do? Increase damage dealt by Tempest to the villain target with the highest HP by 2. Seems good. Starting your turn, select a damage type. All damage dealt by Tempest this turn is of that type. Reduce damage dealt to Tempest of that type. Okay, yeah, just because it's a start of turn effect, we're going to go with Tempest. Anything that time we have a start of turn effect, we just want to have it out. He's got Flying Smash now. Yeah, he's going to be golden. Okay, so... it's going to be mostly projectile damage, I think. The first time this ambuscade energy damage. Okay, we're going to go with energy then. And now we're just going to Grievous Hailstorm the crap out of everything. Yeah. Draw 3 cards. Okay. When Skyscraper's card is switched to a larger size, she deals each non-hero target with melee damage. When this card is switched to a smaller size, draw a card. That is the card we want. I love how the reactive plating will, like, hit itself. I'm going to skip my second play, and I'm now going to get back the damage siphon. And what does this do? When the Shadow Cloak is destroyed, you may draw a card. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, you may draw a card. Seems good. What's this do? The first time Writhe is dealt damage by a non-hero target each turn, source of that damage deals itself 2 psychic damage. Seems good. Okay, so we're going to drop that. I do kind of want to get another equipment out. What does this one do? You just, yeah, discard that. Cloak projector in play. And now I can easily destroy the Shadow Cloak and not have to worry about anything. Reduce soul damage by 2. That's not sticking around, but that is going to be helpful because Tachyon's just going to wipe it. Ha ha, Sonic Mind. What a pain in the butt. Okay, so... Okay, well... So here's what we're going to use Tachyon's turn doing, okay? Because the Sonic Mine is a pain in the butt. We're going to Sucker Punch the Sonic Mine, and then it won't be able to do any damage because of the defensive placement. So everybody will still be able to deal damage. Now we can get rid of that defensive placement. And now Tachyon will just get everybody to draw cards. And we're done! Oh, and another Fleet of Foot, which is beautiful. Always a good thing to have. Another micro-assembler. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, so Legacy could end a lot of this. We're going to give him Fortitude. Let's see. Do our damage dealers need to have stuff out? Next to a villain card, and discard the top card of that villain's deck. Starting your turn, you may destroy one ongoing card. If you do, destroy this card. That doesn't do anything against him. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Legacy is just gonna... What does he even want to do? I guess I'm gonna have somebody play a card. Might as well be him. We'll do this, and we'll just make him immune to projectile damage. Another Fortify. I really want a heal punch. Okay, now Tempest needs to 86 this thing. Or I can throw up Shielding Winds. Both are valid options. I think getting rid of reactive... Well, actually, Tempest is going to be hitting everything for the money load on her next turn. So what I can do in the meantime, then, is... I don't actually need cards. And Shielding Winds isn't going to do anything in this scenario, so... We're going to drop this right next to Ambuscade. And once he doesn't have reactive plating out, we will be able to deal with him. Cool. Alright. So, first things first. Okay, so let's see. Whenever she... doesn't matter. Now, she's going to punch something for 3 damage. You may discard a card. If you do, may you use a power. I forget what her power is in this thing. Increase sonic damage by 1. Deal 2 sonic damage to everything. Yeah, okay. So she is just going to punch him. It's perfectly fine. We don't even care. Oh, I need to discard a card. What's useless? I got 2 of these. Both are useless. Now I can play a card. Deals 1 target 4 melee damage, and then deals each target. I don't need to quite go crazy suicidal like that yet, but we are going to put this on him. Oh, I loved how that worked. He was just able to loop himself, and now she's just going to punch him for lots. Okay, and now it's Writhe's turn, and he's got 3 equipments out and 1 ongoing. Search your deck or chest for the Shadow Cloak, put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle it, blah, blah, blah. So I may now use a power. And now the question is, do I want to get another Shadow Cloak, or do I want to get another, The correct answer is, get more equipment. Yeah, so we're going to discard this card. And, I guess this go around we'll get the Portable Lab in play. Always in play. Another Portable Dark Lab. Cool. And now whatever the environment plays... Oh boy, Prison Riot. Yay. Okay, so Prison Rogue, Time Crazed Prisoner, Char. Alrighty, well, let's see what we got this time. Go around. We'll drop that. We will drop that. And how many burst cards are there? Are 6 burst cards in Tachyon's trash. Which means I could do 12 damage with the Lightspeed Barrages. So, this gives me 2 more plays, right? Yep. So, 1 play. To you. Sucker Punch. Now we'll drop that. Lightspeed Barrage right into Ambuscade's stupid face. And another one right into Ambuscade's stupid face. That puts him at 5. Like, that's actually kind of just embarrassing. Like, all of these villains are going to die at roughly the same time. Like, as soon as Tempest rolls around, everything's dead. Everything. Alright, let's see. Flying Smash, what do I want to play? I mean, Char's just going away. That's just happening. So, you know what? We'll Flying Smash so Tempest actually kills everything. We will boom that. We will boom this guy. We will boom this guy. We will then make myself immune to projectile damage, just in case. Then we will get rid of the Char card. Which is ironic, because he'll be the next card played, which is perfectly fine. Now it's Tempest's turn, and All of them will be dealt damage. Energy damage. Not even going to bother wasting it. I'm just going to drop a Cleansing Downpour, and I will play a Grievous Hailstorm. Kill him first. Number 2. Come on. Select target. And that, folks, is how you unlock Cosmic Inventor Writhe. And if you take a look at his ability, the Mark II Shadow Projector, draw 2 cards, select a hero. Until the start of your next turn, prevent the first damage dealt to that hero each turn. So that's actually a pretty good ability. The problem is it does not enable him to get the Shadow Cloak out reliably. Like, he does have plenty of ways to do that. But, I mean, draw 2 cards, select a hero. The fact that he does draw 2 cards, lots of card advantage there, is a good thing. But if you just take a look, menu, we're just going to jump down here now. Oh, I'm in villains. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh my gosh, he grew a nose! That's pretty cool. Oh, and they actually changed it. Brilliant, inventable, highly capable, certainly imaginative, without a doubt, but hardly brilliant. His stroke of luck with Shadow Tech, blah blah blah. The smallest Oblivion shard, Writhe wears the shard at the front of his cerebral cortex. It augments his form and Shadow Tech. It also fuels his inventive imagination. One might even go as far to call his gadgets brilliant. So yeah, this version of Writhe, still very good. He is great for a defensive lineup. And again, he does have other ways of getting the Shadow Cloak out. It just requires him to actually draw it for the first time. Otherwise, you have to rely on your one-shots and probably be a little bit more, you know, you may move an equipment card from your trash to your hand. You may play an equipment card. I mean, a lot of ways to get it back from the trash. Just the problem is, you know, getting it into your hand and just being wary of it. So, yeah, that was the unlock for Cosmic Inventor Writhe. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw a like or subscribe down below, or throw down a comment. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. Very soon, the Oblivion expansion will finally be dropping for this video game. They've been talking about it, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to get some of my favorite characters that they have now released as heroes, you know, villains turned heroes. We've already gotten Stuntman, Benchmark, and the like, but now, you know, we're going to get the Luminary, we're going to get Akash Thrice, we're going to get La Commodora, and we're going to get Lifeline. So that's 4 villains turned heroes, and I love how they work. But we'll get more into that when they finally do release. But until then, thank you all for tuning in, and again, I'm IzzyCraze365, and, well, we'll catch you all next time. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.